Hello everybody. I hope you are ready for this. I haven't done one of these in a bit, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so you know what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about someone in the Sonic fandom, same as always. Now, what happened recently is there was a lot of shit that went down with Sonic World. Sonic World actually disappeared. The website was gone, the downloads are gone, and a lot of people have been wondering what's going on, what happened, where did it all go? Well, unfortunately, and yes, Moonlight, I did like your art. Unfortunately, I can't tell you today what exactly happened with Sonic World because I want to talk about that maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. It'll definitely be the next stream. But I will talk about the creator of Sonic World today. And for those of you who don't know, the creator of Sonic World, the fan game, his name is Ozcrash. He was actually a YouTuber who decided to make this game. And he is infamous for the amount of cringy shit he's done. So we're going to be looking at some of that. Now, there's no real targeted direction I'm going with this. There's no real point I'm trying to make here. I just want to make fun of someone. So that's what we're going to be doing. Sorry for the helicopter flying over my house. I cannot control that. Someone already knows him. And so that's good. First thing we're gonna do is look at how much of an ego he has. We can see that he said, actually, I made Sonic World for myself. Then I just made it public for the lols. So he made Sonic World for himself. He didn't want any recognition from this. He didn't want any success from this. He made it for himself. Just keep that in mind for as we go down on this. We then have a screenshot of him saying, he did. Search for the chat. You can fucking check, dude. You do not have ownership. Only I do. I am the sole owner of this server now. As it should have always been. Taking all bets how long the server will last. Now I know it's said as a joke, but at this point it is sincere, seeing how they lost one server. This is their second server, and the site has already been knocked down, so that was very ominous of him to say that. And yes, I do remember you. And then he replies with, better than the other, since finally I'm the king of my reign. He is definitely the king. King of stupidity, but king of something at least. Number 3, I own everything. I own everyone in this server. Get wrecked. Now I know that one's a joke, but I had to laugh at it because it sounds stupid, and he lowercased I. So had to get a little chuckle out of that one. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is when he was running his server for his game, he was actually going around changing people's names. He would just do this randomly, and it actually upset a few people. We can see right here, he changed this user's name to Think She Is Something. That's a very spiteful and petty thing to do. We'll be talking about what happened with Sonic World tomorrow. Right now, we're just making fun of this guy. And then after changing the name back, he was expecting an apology, and then he said, for not accepting the nicknames I gave you, because most of them were insults. So he gave people insulting nicknames, then wanted them to apologize to him. He was giving people insulting nicknames and then wanting them to apologize because they upset him. Stop changing my nickname, he says. And then the person who he had changed their nickname responds, I'm not the one doing this. And then someone tells him, you can't change the nickname of the server owner. And then they respond with, you did this to yourself. Check the audit logs. It shows your name. They check the audit logs and it immediately shows that he changed his own name. It shows what type of geniuses we're dealing with here. He thought that he could lie about changing his own name. I don't know. I don't know what he thought he could accomplish there, but his own server just completely owned him on that one. No, I don't think he's a kid. I think he's a grown man. He says, "Are you gonna be normal again if I apologize?" Actually, yeah, if it's genuine. And then he responds with, "Too bad, 'cause I'm not gonna. Why would I apologize when I did nothing?" So he went around tormenting people by changing their names, trolling them in his server, the people who work for him as volunteers, and then he wouldn't even apologize. He wouldn't even apologize to him, these people who volunteer their time to work on his shitty game. Can't even apologize to him. No. They're not going to get that courtesy. And then he, being the king of non-hypocrisy he is, says, "Stop calling me an asshole. I'll fight you." And then they respond with, "What?" And he said, "I had a convo with you in my mind, and I could see that's where it's going. You were calling me an asshole." So he had a convo with this person in his head, not in real life, in his head, and they insulted him. So he thought he would bring it up in the server. "I had a convo with you in my imagination, and you called me a dick. You better apologize for that." I don't know what type of wonderful imagination he has, but I definitely need some of that. I need some of that creativity. Maybe I can make a fan game with that creativity. A fan game somewhere close to the capacity of his. And then we see that he actually does have a nickname he likes. He likes giving people nicknames. He doesn't like people insulting him, but he does have a nickname he likes. Someone says good morning, and then he responds with Mr. Oz. He wants them to call him Mr. Oz. "How are you doing this good How are you doing in them good them morning, sire?" Obviously his brain just broke because none of that made any sense. That's not English. I don't want to believe that's English. I have no idea. This is the guy who made Sonic World. This is the creator of Sonic World. We then see that he's having an argument over changing an aspect of the game, this being tubes, and he's saying that he likes the tubes, and if anyone gets rid of them, he will kick them. And he doesn't like people giving stupid suggestions. And then one of the developers responds with, "You really didn't have to mention me there." So he threw him under the bus for trying to help out with the game. How wonderful. You give a suggestion to the game, I'm gonna throw you under the bus and publicly ridicule you. What a lovely way to handle the criticism that your friend was giving you. We then see that Oz wanted to find a person who made a menu theme, but the video he made, it's just some stuff involving some menus. And of course he settles this problem like he does every problem, flipping the fuck out. He says, "Once again, everyone proved how dumb they are. I'm, lowercase I, you lowercase I, after calling people dumb. That really shows how smart you are. I'm asking who made the theme," all caps, because that shows I'm serious, "not the music. I'm asking the background pictures." So he can't word thing properly, and then he's going to insult people when they can't figure out what he's saying because of his poor wording. We then see this continuing. "Guys, you are all dumb because you don't know the difference between themes and music, even though people use the word themes for music," which he is right. Some people do use the term theme for music. And then he responds with, "It doesn't matter. When I say menu theme for S-World, it's obvious what I mean. You should be able to read my mind and know my definitions because you are me. I expect you to know everything I'm thinking and every word that I use, even though other people use this word the other way. Look up Sonic Mania theme, and more than likely you're going to get the opening music for the game. That's how a lot of people use that word." Anyway, he responds with menu theme, And then he shows his genius by putting a lowercase I again and say, I also put the pictures in the vid. Lovely grammar you have there. As in the theme music for the menu. But gosh, people are so fucking dumb. I put the fucking pictures in the video, all caps to show you're serious. And then they respond with, so, people do that in other videos, LMAO. He then says, not my fault people are so fucking dumb. Didn't capitalize the beginning of his sentence and still calling people dumb, and had to edit it because of a typo. And then the guy responds with, it's your fault because you should have been more specific, nigga. And he is right. That guy should have been more specific on what he was talking about. He just said theme, and theme can mean both a background or a background track, a background song. He wasn't very specific on what he was talking about. This misconception happened because of him, and then he wanted to call people dumb for not figuring out what he was saying. Oh my god, are you seriously, he couldn't even spell seriously, picking a fight with me now? I'll kick your ass, mate. Come at me. Who the fuck are you anyway? I'm sorry, I don't have limbs to pick a fight. Don't you know around here if you pick a fight with me, you're gonna get your ass kicked. How? This server is a totalitarian. If you're sorry, pussy can't handle it, leave. He's gonna kick him. That's what he's gonna do. If you disagree with him, he will kick you, even if he's in the wrong. Nigga what? Don't annoy me, he responds with. So he's too stupid to word things properly. Then when people call him out for his wording, he threatens to kick them. Nigga, what? You're tossing out insults everyone for no reason, Lamau. I'm so dead right now. And you do annoy Oz, then you're gonna get it big time. Caillou gets in dead meat big time grounded. He says, you get a bad rank. Good. Make another mistake and you're banned. Woohoo. That's really all we needed. He openly threatened to ban someone right there because he couldn't word things properly. I'd rather point out that it's logical to talk about visual themes separate from musical themes instead. Yes, that is a completely rational thing to say, and you shouldn't be banned for it. And our rational leader says, have you not understood? Have you not understood? I'm just going to leave that at that from the genius himself. When I said with a lowercase I, because he's a genius, this server is a totalitarian, there is no logic here. Yeah, you're correct. There's no logic with you. Probably why you fit in here so perfectly. Lel. Hot bants. Hot bants completely. I will give you the answers in due time. Right now we're making fun of just Oz. We'll talk about these guys. We'll talk about the heroes of the day, the people who run the server and the server itself next time. Right now we're just talking about Oz, and I think this will take up our whole time because we're already at 14 minutes and I'm only not even halfway through with these screenshots, so yeah. This is my server, Dumbo Lameo. Ye owner of retardism. That is 100% correct. Otherwise, you're trash for now on. Bye. And I bet you he got banned after that. I bet you he did get banned. Okay, we then see yet again how he feels about people's opinions. He says, how do you feel about this? And then links a star poll. And then he says, I'll do what you say, Simp, you decide. And then he said, I chose no, don't. And then he said, K, you don't know what you want, I'll do the yes. So even though his friend told him and one of the people who work on the game told him an idea, he immediately just chose the other one anyway. I bet you if the straw poll was in the option that he didn't like, he just did it anyway. So there's really no reason to ask people if you're just going to do whatever the fuck you want to. It's like he's expecting everyone to agree with him at all times. And then yet again, more of him being a control freak, saying, We are gonna remove some useless characters from the roster. Mephiles, Honey, Shade, Tiara, Emerald, and even Babylon. Sonic World has... Sonic World... let me clear my throat for a second. Sonic World has too many characters and everything just feels floaty and overcrowded. That's not because of the characters, and I actually like those characters. It's one of the reasons why I downloaded the game, was for all the characters. And overcrowded. I don't feel any fun at all while playing. You don't feel fun while playing the game that you partially made? God. I just get utterly confused. You get confused at your own programming? I guess your volunteers do more work than you do because you don't even know what the fuck you're playing. I just get utterly confused. It's so bad now, him calling his own game bad. And Sonic World is no longer what it was meant to be. It was meant to be perfectly unified Sonic game. That can never happen. No game can be perfect. I don't care what you say. Skills will also be nerfed to unify and organize things, because everything is a huge ass mess. His grammar is so weird right now. Everyone will still be fun and unique. Don't worry. I'm glad R9 didn't come out. I'm really glad that the release 9 never came out if he was going to get rid of all these characters. All this will actually be done, regardless of what you say and think. Sonic fans will never agree on anything. Yeah, just like you. So it's up to the designer to do what he wants. Yeah, you don't do all the work. You do so little work to the point to where you're confused at your own game, and yet we're supposed to just take what you have to say? I liked these characters. I'm sure lots of other people liked these characters and wouldn't want to see them gone. I will do whatever I decide to do. Regardless, you can go ahead and vote your opinion. So you can vote, but I'm gonna do what the fuck ever anyway. Screw you. What a great way to run this server. What a great way to run this game. Ah, God. What's up, Dylan? Drama is party pooping as usual, I see. Yes, that is definitely what we're doing here today. That's what we do every Sonic Insanity. And now we're going to start the creep screenshots. Now, I was given quite a few of these screenshots of him being creepy, and I'm going to say this now. I'm not going to accuse him of being a pedophile. That is not me. These screenshots that I got from someone else will accuse him of being a pedophile, but I'm not going to throw around such claims. Just know that some of the people he was flirting with or hinting around at or playing with were underage. You can come to your own conclusions if you want to. I'm just here to laugh at it. So, yeah. If you don't want to talk about SMTH, don't reveal the existence of them in the first place. That's like showing your boobs and saying, LOL, can't touch. I'm really worried what happens if they say you can't touch. I have a feeling that that you touch anyway. Just getting that vibe from you. And Alex, it's too late to add stuff. We already got all the screenshots in place, so I won't be adding anything else. We then get one from a user, and he says, Krusty from Krusty from Log Horizon. He looks like me, IRL. And then Oz responds with, you need to stop giving me erections with your face. Now, now just know the person he said that to was underage. You can come to whatever conclusion you want to there. But he did say, stop giving me erections with your face to a minor. Don't you need the sugar? And then he responds with, I have a lot of sugar in white liquid form. I'm sure he's talking about whipped cream or ice cream or icing. Just something nice and gooey. You can get it everywhere and lick it off. That's definitely what he's talking about there. That's definitely what he's talking about there. Some sweet icing. And then here's the best one. Here's the best one. I swear, if someone was in front of me right now, I would rape them. Holding back to not rape my new roommate. Do you think I might get in trouble if I rape my roommate? So that's him saying he wants to rape people, including his roommate, whoever this person is. If you're watching this stream, please run. Now, I don't know if he's joking here. It's not my place to tell you if he's joking here. I'm just saying, I don't go around saying stuff like this. And you can take this information and do with it as you wish. I'm not implying anything by showing you this. Now we're gonna go to the start of the end. This was the stuff that led up to him nuking his YouTube account and giving up on life, giving up on everything. Basically, he released a bunch of music and he wanted people to notice it, and no one was paying attention to his shitty music. No one wanted to hear his music. If you're listening to the background right now, the background track to this stream, that is his music playing. His music has been playing this whole time. So if you hate my music, it's his fault. That's his track. I put his tracks up here for this stream. Anyway, he says, shut the fuck up. It's very well explained in the description how I deserve 5 minutes of your time when I've spent years making Sonic World. I made this one thing you like, so you have to like everything I make. That's what he's saying right there. It's called respect. Yeah, because respect equals something you have to give because you like one thing I make. Can you not hear the music? I'm sorry if the background track is too quiet. I didn't want it to blare because his music was so terrible. I guess I'll boost it up a little bit. I'll boost it up to 45. I don't want it overwhelming my own audio. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. If you can't understand, you're just dumb. He says that a lot to people. He's like, if you don't get what I'm thinking at all times, you're dumb. Not asking for respect. I expected respect. Didn't receive it. I no longer want it. I'm done. You didn't respect me this one time. You didn't do this one thing I asked you to do. So now I give up on everything. That's definitely the mature way. The mature way to handle this. Something you've been working on for years. This is definitely the way to handle it. Wrong. I deserve 5 minutes of their interest because I spent those hours working on them. It's only 5 fucking minutes. That's what I tried to explain. These bastards don't care about anything other than Sonic. These people who signed up to play my Sonic fan game and work on my Sonic fan game only care about Sonic and not my shitty MIDI music. How terrible. How terrible they don't want to listen to my terrible, terrible music. I don't want my ears to bleed. That's a good response. They don't care about others' emotions. This guy who goes around insulting people and saying he doesn't care about their opinions, now he's the emotional type. I notice this a lot with these guys. They always want to hold you to standards, but then they never fit those standards either. It's just such a wonderful, wonderful thing to witness. Such a wonderful thing.